So in this scene, you see that I'm touching down on top of a mountain. I'm stopping to warm my hands up. They got so cold, it became a safety issue. I really wanted to stay out and continue looking for the missing teen, but at the same time, if I went back to the truck to warm up, chances of getting back out again were very limited. And then I'd have to spend a bunch of time and fuel to get back to where I was. I was kind of in the middle of the area that I set out to search that day. So I brought a sodium acetate hand warmer. Started warming my hands up, and man, when they come out of being numb, they just hurt like crazy. They just, oh man, it was cold. Cold day, but a beautiful day. Really happy to get out and fly. This video is an addition to the every Sunday I do an auto repair video. Sometimes Wednesday I'll do another auto repair video or just whatever. That's why we call it Wildcard Wednesday. I'm a good PPG pilot, good enough to know that I want to launch straight into the wind if I can. But in this case, I've got a little bit of a conflict. You don't see any kind of ribbon or a windsock to benefit from, but if you did, the wind's blowing right in my face right now, which means I need to run down that hill. But if I run down that hill, every third or fourth step, my left foot or right foot's going to sink down to my knees, and basically that paramotor is going to bottom out on the snow. It's hard to run when you're doing that. I did an Instagram video about that, demonstrating it in this very spot. You can check me out on Instagram, Brian's Mobile One, if you want to check that out, or just take my word either way. So what I'm doing is I'm laying the wing out, I'm getting all my lines straight. I'm just getting I'm just really going for it. Do it right the first time.
Snowmobile.
It's like starting a motorcycle with a Kickstarter. You can do one good kick and start it immediately, or you can do 50 or 60 wimpy kicks and have it never start. You know, it just give her all you got the first time, and then you don't have to have a second time. That's the plan here. I'm getting all my lines straight. If they get caught or tangled, or if there's a stick in the line, as soon as you get off the ground, assuming your wing doesn't bail for the ground to begin with, if you keep it over your head long enough to get off the ground, you'll be turning left, right. You don't know. It's a surprise. I don't like surprises like that. I like sleeping in my bed, not sleeping in a snowbank with the coyotes and stuff. I mean, coyotes are cute and all, but I'm just not into being where they're hungry and it's winter. I don't think they mess with you long term, but they met, you know, psychologically, and maybe nip at you or something in your sleep. I don't need that. I got better things to do. So we're doing it right. My habits as a pilot, when I pull on my A's as I go to take off, I've had a nasty bad habit of not having my hands out to the side long enough. See me remind myself before I go to take off in my pre-flight to leave my arms out there. You put your hands out to the side like a Christus to get the lines to go around the cage. That's the guard around the paramotor. You want to have a little slack in your lines. You really want to pop that thing and get it to just pop right up over your head. You know, if you do it hard enough to where it starts to pass you, it just swings right up and over, and that's what you want, because that way you can really get into the gas, and then the motor just shoves you along, and all you have to do is paddle your feet against the ground and just keep from tripping, and then the motor will do the rest. So that's what we're going to go for. Here's what that looks like. Yeah, with this on your back, you better have some solid ground under you or you're sinking. I'm taking off with a lot of fuel, high altitude, in boots and winter clothes. Wind direction, just about nil. Little wind would help, as long as it was where I had some runway. Thank goodness for snowmobiles and their tracks. It's like it made me a little runway. Appreciate that. All right, well, let's push. Dude, my hands are sweaty in these things now. They're frozen. The battery is not dead. If you could switch this to high while you're flying, that would be nice. This is the most badass off airport landing I've ever made. Okay, one more time. Let's do some motor run up. Good. Awesome. Yeah. Just stay on top. Woo! Straight into the wind, boys. Woo! I can't tell you how good it felt to look up over this ridge and to clear the power lines good, and to have my hands be warm and everything was all right with the world. I was back in the air. I knew I could do it, but there's all those at risk, and so it was nice to be on the other side of that and be out and looking and being productive again. That little pattern in the snow, I'm happy to have some video of that. It was so nice to see it from this perspective and be up in the air again. The cameras are mainly so that if I see something, so many of these ridges look the same, but if I see something, I'll be able to get back to it because I can compare with Google Maps and the video that I took, and not waste my time hiking down the wrong canyon or the wrong ridge, or losing time down the wrong canyon or the wrong ridge. But it's so fun to have that footage because you know, like I film every single flight that I do, I log it. I've got GPS tracking software that tracks altitude and direction and all that. So it's kind of like a flight log. You know, for FAA rules, if anything came up, I could prove where I flew and where I did it. I don't know, it's just fun to record. But this flight was so pretty and it was so different. And the off-airport landing, like I say, that was my best, I think, so far. You know, in terms of skill level required and successful outcomes. You know, I'm always able, I haven't had to be picked up anywhere. But anyway, it's just fun to have that video to be able to share. And like I say, it was just such a cool flight. Just getting out flying like this is a reward of its own. Even if I don't find them, I'm still getting amazing scenery. Awesome experience. Is that a coyote? On this little ridge bump here, something just ran over the top. I can't sink well enough to get in there though. Dude, this whole thing has been stamped over by deer. That does not help with searching for footprints. Coyotes I can chase, deer shouldn't. I didn't have to sleep on top of the mountain. I didn't find Alexander, but I did eliminate a lot of square miles from the search. And I did see a lot of amazing scenery, and I did spend way more time editing this, and it's way longer than I meant to. But it's something that'll be fun to watch in March when I can't fly because it's too windy.